The CBMS is extensively used by the local government of Baguio in all aspects of planning. This includes the updating of the comprehensive land use plan, which refers to demographic profile. Another is the social vulnerability index, which is actually a metric used to measure a community's susceptibility to harm from external stresses such as natural disasters, economic shocks, or public health crises. It identifies populations that may face greater challenges in preparing for or responding to or recovering from adverse events due to socioeconomic and demographic factors. Another is the livability index, which is actually a tool that measures the quality of life in cities, neighborhoods, or regions based on factors like infrastructure, services, environment, and social conditions. Another is the updating of the comprehensive development plan, which covered the barangay development plans and other plans whatsoever that provides the community the basis for the planning of their own communities. Another is the sustainable development goals, which covers the voluntary local review. In fact, the city of Baguio is only one of the 3 cities that have conducted its own BLR. Another is resiliency, wherein the government of Baguio has applied for the United Nations MCR 2030, and it covers the barangay disaster risk reduction management plans, mainstreaming of the DRRM and CCA into development plans, instrument in updating the local climate change action plan.
So ginamit natin yung data na nakuha natin sa CBMS, yung community-based monitoring system natin sa City Planning Office doon sa pag-prepare ng mga plans, programs ng barangay. So when we say plan, naka-include na dito yung barangay development plan kasi this is a long-term plan ng barangay na hindi naman galing lang somewhere or arbitrary ang ating basis, most especially when you're asking for benchmark or baseline. Kailangan meron tayong talagang verifiable na data kung saan we can start with.
So, nausay mi po ti CBMS iti barangay development plan ni makita ijay no sino dagay vulnerable sectors no sino dagay po risk of the poor, and then ijay po nga makita ni or maanya ti mabalib ni na plan nga may arami para po kanyala. And for the IPs in the barangay, ijay matang po nga makita ijay CBMS na nga ethno-linguistic group belong si Suda no mano ti data per group.
It was integrated in our projects, programs, and activities through the help of the number of households with the number of vehicles in it. So what we did was to compare the data from the CBMS with that of the data from the LTO, and it shows that there are more registered vehicles in Baguio City than that of the number of vehicles in each household. We use this as basis for our traffic and transportation management studies.
Dati we only rely on available data, historical. But when the CBMS was updated, at least guided na tayo on true facts. When we come up with a plan, mas true na rin. Hindi na lang coming up with the first sake of a plan. So, kumbaga, like right now, we have also the contingency planning na i-anchor natin based on based on the gathered facts and data. So, yun.
Dahil sa CBMS, nakuha na natin almost all data that we need at naging very useful instrumental siya para masiguro na yung mga plano ng barangay ay sound and as well as responsive to the data that was gathered. So, paano siya naging impactful? Kasi nagkaroon kami ng idea ano yung kailangan namin i-prioritize. Dahil limited ang funds ng barangay. For my barangay, it's only 3.6 million a year. So, ipinaghahati-hati namin yan sa multiple activities ng barangay. So, because of the data na nakita namin, meron na kaming idea na ganito dapat ay yung pag-focus natin in terms of funding, in terms of revenue generation, in terms of policy making, and a lot more. So naging efficient at effective ang activities ng barangay at gamitin yung data na meron sa CBMS to translate it to our barangay setup. So meron kami sound policy, anong kailangan namin i-prioritize in terms of policy, in terms of funding, in terms of partnership and linkage with city government officials and offices and national government agencies. So it's a very big help para sa atin sa barangay.
CBMS data made sure that my proposal was based on real and updated facts. It helped me show how my project could address the skills training and improving food security by supporting local farming and preserving of the Cordillera culinary heritage. It made sure that my recommendations was more convincing to the panel, and moreover, it is possible to be included in the local development plans of Baguio. In short, CBMS data did not just give me numbers, it also gave my project direction and made sure that it is something that can create a real impact for the community it aims to serve.
Dati kasi, the old plans, the LDRM plan, the BDRM plan, were based on available data only. Now that we have the CBMS, we have updated our plans. In fact, we are currently updating our LDRM plan for the city. And we have started also the barangay. We have requested to update their barangay plans.
So lahat i-base lahat ng mga project ng city, kung anong gusto natin gawing na projects din sa barangay. Yun yung mga pinagpapasihan namin na resolutions, pinagbabasihan ng barangay. Lahat, importante yan.
Our goal is always to make sure that our decisions, our plans are based from data, from information, from which insights were derived in order for us to be well guided in determining our PPAs as well as the future of the city. Our new city vision is Baguio 2043, a livable, inclusive, and creative city. And 2043 is 20 years from now. That means that our foresight should be beyond the regular 6 years time period of the CDP, nor even the 9 years time frame of the CLUP. Because, of course, we cannot just limit ourselves to thinking of how development happens in the short term, nor even in the medium term, but it should be on the long term already, considering issues on resilience as well as on climate change.